G'day guys, my name's Adam and today is an awesome day. It's what everyone's calling Switchmas. Today is the 3rd of March 2017 and as you all know the Nintendo Switch is finally out. I've been looking forward to this console for probably the last 2 years. I'm a massive portable console fan. The 3DS XL is my primary gaming system and I've been really looking forward to getting this Nintendo Switch and playing more console-like graphics on the go. So I basically went up this morning at 7 o'clock to JB HiFi. They did a special early opening. But you can see I picked up the Pro Controller. I picked up the charging grip. I picked up a hard case, and I'll talk about that one when I get to it because I compared it to the official Nintendo case and I decided to go with this third-party hard case instead. And I also picked up a tempered glass screen protector because from what I've seen on forums like Reddit, the actual screen on the Switch is plastic. And from what I've seen on various other Nintendo consoles, those plastic screens scratch up pretty bad over time. So I'm just going to quickly go through it all, give you my first impressions. I've never actually seen a Switch in person. I've never seen any of the controllers or accessories. There were no Nintendo Switch pop-up events near where I live. So this for me is first impression on everything. Alrighty, so the main event, the Switch itself, the box looks pretty sweet. It's nice and colourful. It should stand out on store shelves and it just looks elegant for a 2017 console. It looks the part. It's actually pretty exciting for me because I'm really curious to see what this looks like and how big it is. So here we go. And like a lot of other people have said, first impressions, it's actually a lot smaller than I thought. In fact, it's way smaller than I thought. And you guys have heard me rattle on about this. I love matte plastic. I can't stand glossy plastic on consoles, and thank goodness this is a really nice matte plastic. It actually feels really solid in the hand. It's got a bit of weight to it, but it actually feels nice. It's dense. In any case, let's jump straight on to the Joy-Cons. And this is another thing which I was interested to see, what I thought about the size of these. And once again, these are finished with a nice matte finish. It's interesting, like just holding it in the hand like that, they feel good. Obviously it's all plastic, but it just feels quality. Buttons feel great, nice and clicky. All right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that feels solid. It's interesting that now that I've put those Joy-Cons on, it does feel a bit wider than I was expecting. Sort of like a really widescreen PS Vita, possibly. But, there's not any creaking that I can hear. The Joy-Cons are in nice and solid. There's very little movement in either end. I mean, so far, looking good. So I won't bore you too much with this sort of stuff here. It's all pretty generic stuff like a HDMI cable, the charging brick itself, the actual Joy-Con grips, Joy-Con adapter, just the normal non-rechargeable one, and it feels alright too. It's nice, once again, matte plastic, it feels good, a little bit of creakiness but not too bad. And last thing here is of course the dock. And this is one thing I really like about the styling of the system. Everything to me just looks nice and modern. Nice squared off design, the colour looks pretty good. I mean, it's black. As you can see, I went for the grey Switch. I did like the look of the neon version, but for me, playing out about in the go or at my work, I thought the grey version would be a little bit more inconspicuous. And what I'm really hoping for is that in the future, we're going to get special edition Joy-Cons, like maybe some Pokemon version Joy-Cons, and that's where I want to put my money into those if they come out in the future. Alright, the next thing I was pretty keen on was the Pro Controller. I was a massive fan of the Wii U Pro Controller, and so buying it for the Switch was a bit of a no-brainer for me. This is definitely my preferred way to play games. So yeah, this is the first thing I was pretty keen on getting, and just to show you what I mean, you've probably seen around the internet that there's various different types of USB-C cables, and some of them don't have the right resistor or some other type of electronic in the actual cable itself. And that's why I was pretty keen on getting some of the official Nintendo branded products to get the official Nintendo branded cords. And you can see here it does have Nintendo branding on the actual cable itself. And it's quite a thick cable, but it's got quite a bit of flexibility there. So one of these is just basically going to fold up and go with my Switch at all times. First impressions on the Pro Controller. It's quite interesting actually. First impressions is that's actually a little bit heavier than I was expecting. It's quite a lot heavier than the Wii U Pro controller. But it feels really nice. Alrighty, a couple of other things. I won't really touch too long on the charging Joycon grip. But the main thing I just want to show is that once again, it does come with a USB-C cable. The main differences that you've probably seen is that the actual charging cable itself has clear plastic here instead of this matte plastic that's not see-through, and obviously it has the USB-C charging point at the top. So yeah, feels just the same as this one, obviously, as you expect, and we're interested to see if I actually do end up using this or if this just collects dust over time. Alrighty, so one of the things I'm most keen on is I always carry my electronics in cases and with protection, especially portable consoles like the 3DS. And I'd actually pre-ordered the genuine Nintendo case. And when I was in store this morning picking up my Switch and all the accessories, I had a look at the genuine Nintendo case, and it actually comes with a screen protector, so that's a bonus. But it's actually a soft case. And it was actually quite thin. So there wasn't, I guess, too much room for storage, and I wasn't that impressed with the softness of the case, especially if this is going in a bag. And that's why I really like this. This is a hard case. It feels great. It's got this woven texture. I guess I don't know if that's molded or if it's actually woven, but it does feel nice. It's got the awesome red and black and white Switch branding here. I'll just open it straight up and show you one other thing that I quite liked. It's got the nice red Switch logo here. This is actually raised plastic. It's not just printed on, which is awesome. The whole case is hard, top and bottom. This actual carry handle is a rubberized. Once again, feels great. The zip itself, and I mean, it's a bit understated, but a good zip makes a big difference. And this one definitely feels like a solid zip. But inside the case, this is where I got really impressed with this case. So the first thing is we have this little bag here, which wasn't in the official case. And this is awesome to me because this is where I'm going to put a USB-C to USB-A cable for charging on the go. And it was important to me to have the ability to carry that with me at all times. And under this little Velcro tab, and then this is the main event. And what you can see here, it's a bit hard to show you guys, but this is actually raised inside the case. So there's actually a good centimeter at the bottom of this case of protection here. And then you have the cutouts, the indentations for the triggers on the Joy-Cons. And then you have a couple of nice Switch branded game cards. To me, this entire setup for the cost, it was $25, this entire setup to me was a no-brainer. The only thing I wish it had have included was a screen protector. But that basically moves on to the next thing, which is I bought a tempered glass screen protector, and this was $20, which I think is a little bit too much for a tempered glass screen protector, but I wanted to make sure my Switch was protected from day one. And for those of you looking for this Big Ben tempered glass screen protector, the images on the front don't show cutouts for the speakers on the Switch, but I opened it up in store and can definitely confirm that it has cutouts for the speakers. Alrighty, last thing is obviously the game. You know, I'm a pretty big Zelda fan. I haven't been since the beginning, but I've really gotten into it in the last couple of years. And this Zelda Breath of the Wild just looks amazing. I mean, I know it's had fantastic reviews, and reviews aren't everything. And I've tried to avoid spoilers where possible. I really just want to go into this and I guess just be amazed or just experience it for the first time without any preconceived notions of what's going to happen. And one thing I noticed, which I'm not sure if every version in the world has this, but the Australian version has this poster inside. It's just one of those things. It's a nice little bonus to have a little poster inside. It's got the cover artwork for both the European and the Australian versions of the game artwork that you can see there. And of course, you've all seen the Switch game cards themselves. They look to me like a modified SD card. Last things is the actual amiibo. I'm not a massive amiibo collector. I've bought quite a few amiibo in the past, like specific ones that I really like Mewtwo and the glow-in-the-dark Boo, because I like amiibos both as a collectible figurine and for the function they have. In any case, let's quickly fire this one up. I'm going to put the screen protector on very soon before I really get serious, because I know that there's some day one updates and some setting up, and you're probably going to have to use a touch screen. So right before I really get into anything serious, I'm going to pop that screen protector on, but let's just see if this has any juice out of the box. I'm just going to quickly look at that screen. The screen looks great. I mean, coming from a, let me just turn this volume down. Coming from the Wii U screen, which was, I mean, the Wii U screen was atrocious. It was low resolution, had terrible contrast, and it just was not a fun experience. Whereas this, just straight off the bat, it looks sharp. That red was so vibrant, it almost looked AMOLED red, but obviously it's an LCD screen. Just a quick little bonus, I forgot to mention that I did buy a micro SD card. I bought a Samsung 256 gig Evo Plus, which is a 90 megabyte per second read and write speed SD card, or micro SD card, and this should last me for the life of the system. Now, one last thing, I actually already went and installed this Big Ben tempered glass screen protector, and for anyone who's interested in buying this and are curious how it fits, I've actually put it on already, and it actually fits perfectly right up to the edge of the screen itself, and it has those two cutouts there for the speakers. But for straight up protection, I'm very happy. This is probably going to live on here for the life of this console, I'd say. Yeah, so, you know, you can probably guess, I'm really excited for this system. Not every day you get a brand new console released. And for the first time in years, Nintendo released something which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a console that I could take with me on the go, or just play at home in bed or on a chair, because I don't often console game on the main TV. This is just perfect for me. I can sit in any place I want and play on this portable device as the console itself. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts as well. You know, are you guys excited? Have you bought it? You know, what have you found that's positive? What have you found that you don't like? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.